Welcome and welcome back, everyone. This is the Cosmic Awakening, and today's timeless pick a card is Let Me Describe You and Whatever You Need to Heal. And some tips on how you can do that. Okay, we have 10 options today. For some crazy reason, I was guided to do 10 options today. This is going to take a long time. So let's just dive into it. Okay, we've got pile 1 with the geode, quartz geode, half. We've got pile 2 with the rose quartz tumble, pile 3 with the Botswana agate tumble, pile 4 we got the Mookaite jasper tumble, pile 5 we've got the black obsidian tower point, pile 6 we have this calcite, pineapple calcite, pile number 7 we've got this pistachio calcite, pile 8 we've got the rhodonite, pile 9 we have this tiger eye, and pile 10 we have the Dalmatian jasper. Okay, take your time to choose your pile. Pause the video if you need more time. Take a deep breath, and I'm going to create a frame up here. You can go straight to your pile because there's the timestamps. If you don't want to be wasting time watching me doing this, you're more than welcome, and go ahead. I still need to do this though. Just want to make sure they're all in line. There, maybe we can create more space like that. Okay. Now they seem pretty straight. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to move these to the side. If you like the decks that I use, you can find them in the affiliate links in the description box. Okay. Welcome pile 1 if you chose this clear, not clear quartz, this geode. This quartz geode. This is your reading. Okay, so let's describe you and see whatever you need to be healing. We're going to get some physical descriptions going, psychological, possibly signs, and whatever you may need to heal. Okay, we've got the power of purpose. Beautiful. So you have a strong life purpose, or maybe you've always had a sense that you have a strong purpose in this lifetime, and you do. And it's a very powerful purpose. We have the number 18. 18 could be a significant number for you. The number 9 as well. 18 could be an important date or age. The number 9, so September could be relevant here. The sign of Virgo. I'm being called to the Hermit. So you have a very strong spiritual connection. I'm seeing a star here, so you could have star quality. And the reason why you have star quality is to push you forward into your purpose, your life purpose. And it's a powerful one. I'm thinking it includes being visible here on some form of platform here, okay? I'm seeing a wheel here, so I'm just jumped to mind luck. So you could have a lucky placement in your astral chart, like Jupiter in your 10th house, or Jupiter in your in the North Node conjunct, something like that. This means that if you do move out of your comfort zone, you will be lucky pursuing your life purpose. So it's gonna seem uncomfortable at first, but you're actually getting pushed from the divine, and you're gonna be very, very lucky. It's gonna feel very comfortable after a certain point. Yeah, so we have the number 36 could be relevant to you. Again, a 9, angel number 99. Go check that out. You're definitely very spiritual. You could be a 9 life path, life path number 9, or some important numerology number 9. But we have the number 36 as well, could be a significant age or number. Seeing beyond. So you have a very active third eye chakra, and we have stars in this card as well. So you're a starseed. Check out my starseed pick a card if you haven't. But you are a starseed, and you maybe already identify as such, and you probably even know what starseed you are. But you see beyond the veil of things. You see through situations, because your knowledge comes from the other realms, the higher. You're very connected to the higher dimensions, and you have a mission on earth. I'm seeing light worker as well. Your purpose is very important because you are being divinely guided. You are placed here on earth at this time because you have this ability to see beyond what other people can't see, and so you're here to guide people through and ascending through a new era. And so you have powerful visions. You could even have prophetic visions, but the main visions that I see that you have are visions of what you need to do and what you're bringing into the world. You have clear visions of what your life purpose is. And so if you do get these visions, the advice here is don't procrastinate, is act upon them, okay? Because you do have this ability to see beyond, but it's to be used in your purpose. It's to help others see what you can see. And we have lover, so you could be a good lover, or you're just so full of love in your heart, and love is at the center of everything you do. So your life purpose could be in the 7th house, the 8th house, the 5th house, the 4th house even, okay? And so everything you do is from the heart space, and love is very central to you, and you're here to also show people beyond the material 3D, and even help people move beyond the 3D limitations of the ego. And it's almost like you're showing people the way toward love, hence showing people the way toward raising their vibration and being really appreciative of a spiritual path and all the blessings that it brings. So your life purpose involves getting people to see beyond the veil and the illusions of the ego, and to raise their vibration so they can get closer to God by living in the universal energy of love and really making love a lifestyle. But this could also mean that you're actually a really good lover, and you are someone who people remember as being very loving, as maybe the person who brought them the most love in their life, wherever you want to place that. Victim, yeah. So I do see you're here to also lead victims out of their victimhood. You don't allow yourself to be victimized, even though I do feel you have been in the position of the victim in your life. So you may resonate with this. Most likely if your intuition has guided you to the right pile here. And so you learned your way out of, first of all, being a victim, and second of all, possibly feeling victim mentality, and therefore you're here to guide others. But I feel this doesn't only involve, this could have been you with a lover, okay, someone you loved in your life, a romantic partner, and you felt victimized. But what I'm seeing here is even a bigger picture. The bigger picture here being, that was the example, okay, that situation that you've been through. But you're going to apply this to the bigger picture, meaning victimhood in terms of the power that we have as humans, that we seem to have forgotten once we came into this body at birth, right? So you're going to help people see beyond just being victims of the way things are, right? You're here to bring big change here, and you yourself could have been victim or fallen victim to a corrupt system or just mean people and evil in general. We've got Queen. So you're definitely, the way you carry yourself is very regal, very loving. And it's almost like you use your body in a way that attracts people so that you can be an example. So the way you carry yourself is always to be an example of how other people should carry themselves. And you do carry yourself with a lot of love. And at the same time, people either learn this about you, that you've overcome the victimhood, and you turned yourself into this queen, and you realize that life was not what happened to you, it's what you did after that, right? How you turned your trauma, your obstacles, your pain into something of worth, right? Of value to yourself and others. And so you're the queen, but you're not an arrogant queen. You're a loving queen because you understand victimhood, because you've been there, but you overcame it, and hence you are able to help other people overcome it as well. Yes, damsel. So it's almost like you're here to teach damsels in distress that they actually, they can save themselves. They don't need to wait for a prince. I'm seeing a lot of feminine energy here. So you have a purpose of helping other women. I'm not saying that you are a man or a woman or whatever, but I'm seeing feminine energy here. And so you, whatever victimhood, wherever you were victimized, I do feel it had a lot to do with love. And in overcoming this, you were able to overcome this as you understood. Actually, you overcame this, and once you understood what the nature of a healthy romance looks like. And you realize that actually starts with relying on yourself rather than relying on someone else to save you. And you're here to teach that and to mirror that back to whoever needs to see that in themselves and to learn that. So it's almost like you're transforming these damsels, these victims, into queens. And while keeping the love there, you don't need to get rid of the love. You don't need to become bitter. You can still keep the love, and you can still save yourself and even be a good example to the perpetrators, right? I mean, obviously I'm not talking about psychopaths, right? Or evil people who have no souls, because there are those walking around the earth, people with no souls, believe it or not. Not everybody walking around has a soul. Well, they could have, but not the same as everyone, right? We're not all from the same place. We're not all starseeds walking around the earth. So what I'm saying is, the way you carry yourself, what you've been through, you almost taught yourself out of victimhood. You followed other examples, and other people will follow your example. And you're going to inspire a lot of people to see beyond the perceived limitations that make them believe that they are victims or that they need someone to save them, right? That's what I see here so far. So you have the Page of Water. You could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your chart. You could have a very youthful, if you're not young in age, you could be very youthful. You could look younger than your age. Okay, you could have really light eyes as well and really pale skin. You could have a child who is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio dominantly in their chart. Or as a child, you were just very loving. Very loving. You would bring messages of love to other people, and knowingly or not, you were healing a lot of people since you were a very young child. And I do see you overcame a few things as a child as well, but you still managed to come out like this beautiful lotus here. The lotus flower, and I'm seeing these lotuses are in the ocean. So it's almost like in the ocean of all your emotions, because you're a very emotional person. I see here an empath. I'm also seeing just someone full of love, right? And no matter what people threw at you, you still were able to give love because that's where you're coming from. Your source is love. You are very connected to divine love, to source, right? Beautiful. High Priestess, yeah, and you could be psychic for sure. Psychic, starseed, light worker, all of the above, right? You really are. You're clairvoyant, you're claircognizant. I'm getting with the High Priestess. I'm seeing now Pisces and Cancer energy. Does not have to be. You could also have some Sagittarius in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. What I'm seeing here is that you have a very strong intuition that you've learned to rely upon, and that has gotten you through everything, more so than any amount of logical thinking or reason would, right? So kudos to you. You're very, very strong. You are a High Priestess. You are, because you have a strong soulmate, soul team with you, spirit team with you. And you're also meant to find your soul tribe. But I'm seeing you have very soft features. I'm seeing someone with very soft and loving features. You could even have black hair or dark hair. You could wear something on your head. Some of you could be blonde. I'm seeing like 50-50 here for really dark hair or just blonde hair. Page of Air, you like to study, you like to research. It's something you do. You just do this. You read, you research, you study, and people study you and research you, okay? You have an inquisitive mind. You could also have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius strongly in your chart. You have a very inquisitive mind. You are always asking questions, but the main questions you ask are to spirit. You ask spirit because she's looking up there, and your angels. You have a strong angelic team around you. You're very connected to the angels, and you look above, and you get signs like in the forms of feathers and such, but you always look above for guidance. You don't really look to this earthly plane or to just books. You know what I mean? Like, you're very spiritually guided. You will research, you will look above for the answers. You will look to spirit. 6 of Earth. Yes, you are someone who's very fair. If someone is giving you something, you always like to make sure you can give back in the same amount, at least, of what people are giving you. And you work for the things that you want. So there is a practical side to you for sure. You ground. I'm seeing a grounding energy here. So whatever divine guidance you get, whatever you are able to see here, you like to make sure you ground and manifest this and turn it into something that is practical, even to help people who are dealing with very real 3D material situations in their lives. So I'm seeing you could even be involved with charity, or that's part of your life purpose. We have the 8th house here. So yeah, that's that lover energy, intimacy. So, and that again is that very spiritual deep dive. That's Scorpio energy as well, and Plutonic. So you're very powerful when it comes to your spiritual gifts. You like to dive deep into the secrets of life and the mysteries of life. You could have a little bit of an obsessive energy here. But I'm seeing you could have gone through a Kundalini awakening. You're very sensual here, and people find you very, very attractive. There's something about your legs or your muscles, or maybe you do some pole dancing as well. Just take what resonates, okay? I'm seeing also one of these old like space helmets. So something about the landing on the moon or space travel really excites you or really calls to you. But you're very intense, and when you invest in people, you really invest in people. You may like to make investments in stock or crypto, or you may have a strong business partnership here. I'm also seeing a possible inheritance that you got or you will be getting. Okay. Opposition and balance. So you mirror people. Yeah, I was getting this with the mirror here and the damsel. you almost like, it's not like you, people get triggered by you because you mirror things to them that they may not want to see, but ultimately it's what ends up setting them in the path toward healing and overcoming victimhood mentality or victim mentality, however you want to call it. And so it's almost like people, when they come into contact with you, they can't help but feel confronted with themselves, okay? Because they can relate to you, okay? That's just what it is. And so you make people conscious of what they need to overcome. You make people conscious of how they can use their obstacles as stepping stones, the same way you did. Okay, whenever you have been confronted with some kind of shadow aspect, you turned your obstacles into stepping stones, especially if you have this scorpionic energy, plutonic 8th house energy, where you're not really afraid of tackling challenges and oppositions in your life. It's something that you just take as a natural part of this experience. And so you also guide other people in the same way so that they can be reborn. First house, okay? So there's something very attractive about your physical body, as I had seen. And again, that is all about visibility. So you do take care of your physical appearance because you know this is the gateway for people to get to know you. It's not like you have all this loving qualities to you and you will just whatever with your physical appearance. You take care of your physical appearance because you know that this will attract people toward you and hence toward their own awakenings. And so you use your physical presence and body and your image as a way as luring people in so they can then get on the path toward their healing, face their shadow, see the things they don't want to see so they can heal them. Venus, again, that loving energy. So you could have Taurus or Libra in your chart, but you're here, you're very beautiful. You have a very, very like calm and serene beauty to you. Okay. You're very charming as well, and this is all for this purpose. It's all serving this purpose. It's to magnetize people toward you. People feel very magnetized toward you. You're very attractive. But the reason why you were born this way and very sensual, again, you're going to attract wealth if you haven't already. You're someone who's very diplomatic. You like these little luxuries, and you bring harmony to people's lives. And that's the reason why you attract them in, is so that you can bring them a balance and harmony and healing and overcoming, okay? So now look, she also has a very soft look, so you could have blue eyes, doesn't have to be, but you could also have like dark hair and dark eyes, okay? So this is, I'm getting two kinds of people here. It doesn't really matter. I'm seeing blonde and dark hair, light eyes and very dark eyes, okay? But anyway, you have a soulmate here. You're meant to do something with your soulmate here when it comes to your life purpose. It's like you share a life purpose. And we have the number 14 here. That's temperance, the yin and the yang. So I'm also seeing that you're a very balanced person. That's also Sagittarius energy, and Archangel Michael is with you. So you could identify with that. Maybe you like to dress very dainty or in dresses. I'm seeing dresses, or I'm seeing dresses, and I'm also seeing like very light clothing, white pants or something like that. But you like to dress in like lighter colors, or maybe sometimes in red. Sometimes you will wear patterns. That's something very soft about you, and you have a soulmate. For some of you, your soulmate is even on the other side, has passed away. So you could identify with that. Or your twin flame is helping you from the other side. Or you have someone who is with you, or you're waiting to come into union with someone that you're seeing in your dreams. Could be, possibly. But you're someone very, very balanced here. Pay attention to the signs. I do feel you are someone who pays attention to the signs. Now I'm seeing the dark hair. So you could even be someone who was born blonde and then you painted your hair black, or you were born blonde and then your hair just got really dark as you aged, like really, really dark. Like that happened to me. Like I was born really blonde, and I was blonde for the first, then I turned to strawberry blonde, and nowadays it's really, my hair is really dark. So the number 10 could be relevant to you, but you're someone who pays attention to the signs. Like if you see an owl, that will be a sign for you. If it's almost like you allow the signs to guide you. They're like a guiding light to you. And you maybe spend a lot of time at home here with the number 35. Now I'm seeing the strawberry blonde hair here, or red hair. So there could be like 5% of you watching this who have red hair. But anyway, the number 35, the number 8 could be relevant. You could work from home, or, you could be spending more time at home. A lot of us are. You may like to read a lot, and yeah, you get letters from people, or someone writes to you regularly, or you write to people. Maybe you have pen pals, like people you exchange emails with. The number 30, so a recurring theme in your life could be always making a choice. That could be your biggest difficulty, is making a choice here. So you could have like these crossroads constantly in your life where you have to choose door A or door B, and once you make the choice, your life accelerates toward your blessings. The number 30, the number 3 could be relevant. So in terms of healing here, I do believe if you do, so let's just start with the victim. If you do feel like you are a victim right now, you're being called to really remember who you are and turn those obstacles into stepping stone. Turn the pain into something like Taylor Swift would do, like something going wrong in a relationship. She turns it into a song, so it empowers her rather than making her a victim. Now, I'm not saying you have to go all out and call someone out to the point where you destroy their reputation. I'm not saying that, but you can heal by writing things down, turning them into a book, okay? And whenever you feel like someone is not fulfilling your emotional needs, or you're in a toxic situation, really think about how you can be your own knight in shining armor. What are the things that you can do that this person is not doing for you? And while you're doing those things, your soulmate shows up, right? While you're already doing all these things for yourself, that's when your true soulmate, so we're not meant to be saved, because we're here to learn, and Spirit wants us to do our own journey. So we need to be careful in following all those stories about, people who are saved by, Prince Charming. We need to be careful with that. No one's out here to save us, really, because most people are in survival mode and fighting their own things and overcoming their own ego. And so we all really need to take responsibility and do that individual work. Transformation. We have the number 53, so we have an 8 again. So we have 3553, angel number. Go check that out because it's a mirrored number. But you are here to transform and to transform people's lives. You are here to bring transformation to this earthly plane. And you are here to bring people and help people with their own changes, transformation, metamorphosis. Okay, you're here to turn the negatives into positives, or help people, show people the way. Not do things for them, not come and save them, but show them how they can save themselves the same way you did. Okay, so you're meant to transform. You are going to go through a lot of changes in this lifetime. You have to make a lot of tough choices, maybe more than most people need to do, but these are all part of your path, and so that you can perform your life's purpose the best way possible. Okay? Pile 1, let me know how that resonated for you in the comments section. If it did not resonate, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. Bless you all and bye for now. Until next time. Okay. Welcome pile 2. If you chose the rose quartz tumble, this is your let me describe you, what you need to heal, etc., etc. Okay. So you got the royal you. So you carry yourself in a very regal way. The number 16, the number 7 could be relevant to you. The month of July could be relevant. I'm seeing the sign of Cancer in Leo, possibly. Seeing what looks like a lotus flower. So you overcame the murkiest circumstances and you turned your obstacles into stepping stones and you are a queen. Okay, you carry yourself as a queen. You have a very regal way of carrying yourself. You are very confident in your own skin as well. Feeling the world. It's almost like you figured things out. You figured out how this world works. And so now you know how to maneuver it in order to manifest the things that you want to manifest in your life. The number 13 and the number 4 could be relevant for you. It's almost like you have the world at the tip of your hands. You know exactly how to manifest, what to do. So you just have a real good look at what it is that you want and you go after it. You could have darker skin. We have king, so we have king and queen. You have a very balanced masculine and feminine energy in you. You've mastered both. But I'm also seeing you could be on a twin flame journey. You could be coming into union with your twin flame, you could resonate with this divine masculine, divine feminine energy, okay? But this also means that you take charge of your own life, your own fate, your own destiny. You hold it in your hands. And you know that the world is your oyster. And you know that the world is not such an impossible place to kind of navigate. And so you're very enlightened. If you have to lead people, or if you're a boss, or if you are, someone in a higher position, you are a very benevolent kind of leader. And people who are under your charge feel very benefited. They feel they like to be around you. They like to work for you because you can even be someone who is very lighthearted. The full energy here. You could have Aries in your chart, but you could also have Libra or Taurus in your chart. But anyway, you have this ability to make things lighter and fun, and you also have no problem in revealing how you're feeling. It actually makes you feel lighter and liberated. You help people laugh through any troubles they're going through, and you can make things seem like really absurd, and but you also wear several masks. It's almost like you know how to behave in all the different circumstances. You know exactly how to behave. It's not like, even if you're feeling really bad or down or low, you will put on some makeup if you use makeup, or you will just get a really healthy glow on and just make yourself good for the occasion and then go back and cry, right? You're not going to be putting that energy onto other people. You'll do things in their own time. You could be a very good mediator, and that's reminding me of Libra energy now. You have a gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. You have respect for both sides of an argument. You could even act as the devil's advocate, like really showing people, mirroring stuff back to them and really helping other people see, someone else's point of view. And you yourself, you have that capacity as well to put yourself in someone else's shoes and imagine how things could be for that person. So you could really be a mediator or a lawyer or something of the kind. We have Virgin here, so there's something about you that's very pure of heart. You're very pure of heart, very pure of spirit, and that's why you are able to keep things humorous and lighthearted. You could have like a knack for comedy as well, or you could be an actor, actress, for some of you, okay? And it's because you have such a pure heart and spirit that you're able to really lift other people's mood here, because you're very balanced. I'm seeing a lot of Libra energy here in this pile. Messenger of Earth, you could have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your chart as well. When you take action, it's slow and steady because you really want to build something steady, stable, prosperous, and abundant. And you will take your time and you will do your due diligence and you will work hard but smart. Not work too much. I'm seeing work hard, play hard for you here, but you will work mainly smart, okay? You will work the time you need to work, but sometimes downtime is work as well. That's when you allow your mind to rest and to come up with solutions that are more creative rather than banging your head against the wall, trying to find a solution while looking at the problem constantly. The stars, so you could be a star seed. I'm seeing a lot of parallels with pile number 1, so you may have felt inclined to choose pile number 1. But anyway, if you don't, just go and check it out if you feel inclined to. You could have Aquarius in your chart, does not have to be, but you have star quality. You could have a platform on YouTube even, or some form of public platform like a stage or somewhere where you're seen. This could also mean you work online, but you're a very healing presence in people's lives. You are a healer. You are a starseed. So check out the starseed pick a card if you haven't already here on the channel. The number 17, the number 8 could be relevant to you. But anyway, you bring people hope. You bring people healing. And this also is telling me that you will get your wishes fulfilled because you know exactly what to do in terms of taking the practical steps and manifesting and grounding your manifestations. Beautiful. Page of Fire. So you could look younger than your age, or you could have a child who is a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Okay? You could be the father or the mother of this child, or you could just have this really youthful side to you. It could be both. You could be youthful and have a child, or you just look younger than your age. So you're very mature, but then the way you look and the way you act, you can act really lighthearted without being immature, if this makes sense. And you're always feeling very inspired, like a young kid. Like you get a lot of inspirations as you would when you were a child. And the Fool, again, the Fool and the Fool. Okay, Aries energy. So you're going to have a lot of new beginnings in your life. You could be going through a new beginning right now, like a starting point after, some cycle closed in your life. You're having a new cycle here. And you're someone who takes risks. You're very bold. You're fearless. You could be a little bit impulsive, but it's because you know exactly what to do. It's not like you're being silly or anything. You just don't procrastinate. You take action. And you're a very powerful presence here with Pluto. It says transformation. So you could have a Scorpio placement or an important Pluto or 8th house placement where you have the ability to reinvent yourself and you go through these renewals in your life. You're very connected to pile number 1 here. You follow your instincts, you are very motivated, you have a lot of personal power, and you've been through a death and a rebirth already. Could have been quite literal, where you went through a physical death and you had a near-death experience, could be. But I'm also seeing you help people. You have the ability to help people transition from this life to the next life, okay? And you're very into taboos, and you're very good at clearing your energy after you really dive deep and sometimes even hit rock bottom. You could have an obsessive trait to you when it comes to, going after the things you want, or even helping people overcome, or you could be an obsessive negotiator or mediator or something like this. But anyway, you could be into composting as well. But you're constantly evolving and starting again. You could be you could change careers a lot, or relationships or something like that. You're constantly renewing yourself. semi-sextile. So you see the potential in things. You like to allow things to grow. You like to start anew. It's like you go through a lot of cycles in this life, and each cycle brings you some refreshed energy. So you kind of like to end things and start new things. The numinous, you're definitely tapped into the mysteries of life. You could be psychic. You have really strong psychic abilities. Strong psychic abilities I'm seeing here. You could really like amethyst. But you've done and you do a lot of shadow work, and you really do a lot of, maybe you feel tingles when you connect with spirit. Maybe you've seen ghosts. You connect with other worlds, other dimensions, other realms. You're very into the occult. You use your intuition. Something about space and Egypt and Orion here could resonate with you. Aries, yeah, you could have Aries, a strong Aries placement in your heart. Wow, why did I say that? I just noticed she has a heart tattooed in the middle of her rib cage. Interesting. So that could be, you could have a heart tattoo, but yeah, you could have Aries strongly in your chart. Okay, and you're very moved by your heart and your passions. You could like cars. You're very daring, you're fierce, you're very assertive, you have a lot of masculine energy I'm seeing here. You're a go-getter, impulsive. You like driving? Do you like driving? Let me know. I like driving. But there's also an innocence and a purity to you, so, because, Aries is the baby of the zodiac. So something very adorable about your energy, and people, a lot of people fall in love with you. You could have had a lot of love affairs as well, because you're very passionate. You're even childlike. You're not immature, but you're childlike. You have a good sense of humor, and because you're so playful and you allow yourself to work hard, play hard, you could be the life of a party. You attract a lot of romance your way, a lot of attention. You could be in the entertainment industry somehow, you in acting or performing arts. Here, entertaining people as a comedian or as an actor, actress, dancer, singer. Maybe you're like a host or something. Maybe you're a party host. Maybe you host a lot of parties. Maybe you like going to the disco and dancing. Maybe you like watermelon and hibiscus flowers and something about Hawaii. And you love going to amusement parks. And you like the thrill of riding these rides. Okay, and there's something very sexual about you. I was picking that up with the Pluto energy here. So you could have something to do with the sexual arts in this entertainment industry. Something to do with the sexual arts is very possible here. You're very good at it. There's something about you that is very attractive and very sensual, very sexual. That, maybe you're just someone who likes to have a lot of partners, or you just renew all the time because that's what you like. You like variety, or you like to, take it how it resonates, or you're just really good at the sexual arts. Okay, and people really remember you for that. And we have the number 33. So master number 33, check that out. You are connected to the ascended masters. You could have dark hair. I'm seeing dark hair here for some reason, most of you. Like dark black hair or dark brown hair as well. Very small percentage of you could have some blonde hair. I'm seeing darker hair, most of you. Some of you could have like your hair painted in lavender or gray or something. You could have really light skin if you're a feminine, and like really tan skin if you're a masculine, but just take it how it resonates. Then we have temptation. You're very tempting. People feel very tempted, and they dream about you, they think about you. There's something very tempted about you that maybe makes people think of you in sexual ways. definitely very plutonic energy, powerful magnetic energy here. I'm seeing almost like burlesque or something here. But anyway, you're very tempting. The number 19 could be relevant to you, the number 1. And there you could struggle with temptation or addictions. So if that is the case for you, that's something you need to heal. Maybe connect more with spirit would be the first step for you to heal any addictions. But I do feel you have this ability to renew. Yeah, you could deal, the plutonic and scorpionic energy. You could feel victim of self-sabotage many times, but and that actually gets you to hit rock bottom. You may also be very judgmental toward yourself, or you could take judgment very seriously, and that really sets you on a spiral. So really, I wouldn't say there's something really bad about you. It's just that you need to, I'm also seeing sometimes you have lack of self-confidence or self-acceptance or even self-esteem. And this has led you down dark paths and seeking outside approval. But this also led you toward your healing. So if anything, I do see you overcoming the self-sabotage, negative self-talk, you're trying to manifest something, and then instead of waiting for it to manifest, you give up and you start something new. So there is a patience to you, and you do build, but I'm seeing that being more like the material side. But when it comes to love, I do see you could self-sabotage in that department quite a bit, because it's almost like you feel undeserving at times because of how you were judged in the past, or how you are judged, or something about that you need healing with. Is how you see yourself and how you judge yourself, and how you're still at times worried about what society expects of you. Yeah, you may need to connect more with spirit and raise your vibration, and also start to say positive affirmations if you want to come out of this self-sabotage. But if you're someone who, because sometimes people really like the growth through this process of hitting rock bottom. Like, I know a lot of people with scorpionic energy, sorry, the battery is going, who really, it's not that they enjoy it, but it's almost like it's how it's meant to be. So maybe for you, you're meant to really go through the shadow, and that's how you like it, because that's how you are. That's what resonates with you. But then you overcome it, and look, you're really, really beautiful. Hence, how tempting you are. But you're also very sensual. You're very beautiful. You could have Venusian energy to you, and people feel very tempted by your beauty, by your physical beauty. I'm seeing now some light brown hair. Some of you could have nuances in your hair. Several colors in your hair, like lighter and darker. Unexpected visitors. So it's almost like you pop into people's lives unexpectedly, and they're like hooked and tempted by you, and they dream of you and they think of you. And the number 41 is the Ace of Cups. And it's almost like you're here to learn how to love yourself, teach people how to love themselves, and just give people love. And sometimes you don't get it back. But you're like this pleasant surprise in people's lives, and you come in and you kind of change the way people used to see life. Yeah, high heart chakra. This is not just the heart chakra. This is high heart chakra. So it's almost like you're here to really get people to tap into their heart. I want to read that one for you. Yeah, you're here to experience bliss, actually, but you only get to experience that after you've hit rock bottom. It's so interesting. Yeah, and hitting rock bottom and really facing your shadow self is what helps you ascend and really connect with divine love. Yeah, that's why the advice here is for you to connect with spirit, because you're here to learn selflessness, spiritual compassion, and oneness through heart-centered bliss. You're here to heal others, to heal people's hearts. You could be very healing with your sexual exchanges. You heal people through that sexual exchange. You came here to give love. That is your dharma. And you're here to learn patience and to bring joy into people's lives, but to also experience joy. Okay, so something about your thymus gland may need to be looked at or healed, or maybe some exams, or just see how that's going. It's behind your sternum and a little above your heart, so the thymus gland. Okay, pile number 2, that was your reading. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. It was a pleasure to read for you. If you also chose another pile, I'm going to be recording that in separate videos, because apparently this is taking up all my battery and I won't be able to put this all in one video. Thank you so much for watching. Bless you all, and bye until next time.